You cannot call yourself a Pan-Africanist and then how to call it, you go and lay up. That's why I do not agree with Kwame Nkrumah, who people who say Kwame Nkrumah is a Pan-African. He was not a Pan-African. I will never see him as a Pan-Africanist. He was a traitor. Yeah, Pan-Africanism and how to call it like and how to call it like it's a disunity and so forth. So disunity, I will come to the disunity part about that, and not structure. There's just to be structure and the African structure compared to the European. So I will come to the structure of Sophie. But let's talk about the Africa. I agree with you. Many so-called who call themselves Pan-Africanists are not really Pan-Africanists. They are pretending to be Pan-Africanists because Pan-Africanism is a way of life. It's beyond philosophy. It's a way of life. You have to live it every day that you do. Every time I come here, they can accuse me of whatever, but they will never deny my Pan-Africanism. Even if I have to go against their religious beliefs. You cannot call yourself a Pan-Africanist and then how to call it, you go and lay up with another woman who is not a member of your race. You cannot. Because when you marry, you are marrying for a community. So that means if you die, your wealth is going to go to the community. That's what is, that's how to call it. That is not Pan-Africanism. If you're laying up with you marrying another race, that is not Pan-Africanism. You can delude yourself and say, I support blackness, and then I'm all for blackness, or I'm all for black love, or whatever, but I go and lay up with another race. You might as well kiss that. That is hypocrisy. You are pretending. So that's number one. That's why I do not agree with Kwame Nkrumah, people who say Kwame Nkrumah is a Pan-African. He was not a Pan-African. I will never see him as a Pan-African. He was a traitor. That's number one. Number two, you have to believe in how to call it, if I see a black person over there, and even though I do not know it, I do not know him or I do not know her, I have to see him as my brother and sister, and I will go an extra mile to help him. I do not have to hide. I do not need to fight for him from him, or just in case he asks me for help or whatever. Many people, if they see another black person, they pretend like they haven't seen them. They pretend they don't even know that, or they don't want to acknowledge their existence or their presence. Yeah. If you see a black person doing wrong, you scold him. Now, you may not scold him in front of others, but you can take him aside and you scold him. But always, when you come and face the wall, you put up a united front. Whatever the scolding and all that stuff can be done privately. You never expose your dirty laundry in public. These are all values of Pan-Africanism. But many people call them Pan-Africanism. If you do not understand the basics, you cannot call yourself Pan-Africanism. Now let's go back to the structure. The structure of African structure and the European Union and so far. We did have that. We had that before. But you know what happened? When the Abrahamic religions came and the colonialism